that thing where you say, I'll deal with that tomorrow. And tomorrow comes and you say it again and again. And one day you look up and you realize it has been maybe weeks or months and nothing has changed except you. You are a little smaller now, a little quieter, more frustrated with yourself. If you're watching this, I think we might know each other a little. Not by name, but hi, I'm Eija. By feeling. Because there's a particular kind of stuck that doesn't look like stuck on the outside. From the outside, it looks like patience. Like, I'm just figuring things out. Or I'm just being careful. But on the inside, it's an avalanche in slow motion. Maybe bills don't get opened, messages you don't answer, the whole weekend spent in bed under covers because you don't quite recognize the person in it. And I have been in that place. There was a stretch where I had no income, my health was sliding, and my husband left me for someone else. And this pain doesn't need a betrayal, just a ordinary divorce, if there's such thing, the kind of plain heartbreak that quietly rearranges everything. And the strangest part wasn't the loss itself. The strangest part was how the world kept moving. And I've heard this so often from people who have lost their parents or someone close. It feels like I'm just standing there watching it go on. Now, I was lucky, at least in one way. Within the first week, my son and I went to spend time with my family for a month. And that trip probably saved me. It gave me space to breathe, time to think. But here's what I learned. Space, unfortunately, does not equal to movement. So when I came home, all those issues were waiting for me. And that's when most of us do the very human thing, and we put our heads down and we wait and we tell ourselves tomorrow will be different. And when tomorrow isn't different, we start to suspect that maybe the problem is us. I want to pause here because if any of that landed, if you felt your shoulders go up and your throat tighten, I want you to know this is the work I do now. I sit with people in the middle of their own quiet rearrangement and I help them find the next small step. If that's something you want, the link is below. Book a free call, we'll just talk. No pressure. Here's the thing that no one wants to say out loud. Hiding does not pause your life. It only pauses your awareness of your life. The bills still keep coming. Your body still ages. The grief still sits in the corner, waiting. And every day you don't move, the gap between where you are and where you want to be gets a little wider. Not because the world is cruel, but that is how the time works. And here's the harder part. The longer you don't act, the more you start to believe you can't act. That you are not the kind of person who does things anymore. But please don't believe that. You haven't lost it. You haven't lost your ability to change and do the things that lead you to the life you want. But you are going to have to prove it to yourself. And that's the hard part. Not in a big way. Not in, I'll fix my whole life this weekend kind of way. Because that's why we get even more overwhelmed. And then we crawl right back under the blankets. You prove it in a way that it's so small that it feels almost embarrassing. So here is what I want you to do. Not all of it, just one of them. Pick one thing. 1. Open the thing you have been avoiding. Maybe it's an envelope, an email, the text. Don't act on it yet, just look at it. The monster is almost always smaller than the shadow. 2, take a 10-minute walk today. Not for fitness, not for steps, for movement. Your body forgets it can move when you stop letting it. 10 minutes outside, no phone, no destination, just a quick walk. To prove you that you can still go somewhere. And 3, tell one person the truth. You don't have to spill all the beans or be super polished. Just one sentence. I'm having a hard time. That is it. You don't owe an explanation. You don't have to solve it. They don't have to solve it. But you just let someone else hold a corner of it with you. That's the list. 3 things. And only do one. And the thing is that because the goal right now is not progress. The goal is to break the freeze. And the freeze breaks with motion, with action, not with a plan. And I want to be honest with you about one more thing. The day you start moving again, it's rarely the day you feel ready. You don't wake up healed. You don't suddenly have clarity. You just do one small thing and then you sit on the edge of your bed and notice you are still alive. That is something. And then you do it again the next day. And slowly, the momentum builds. And the person in the mirror starts to look like someone you recognize again. And I want to say something else too. That we're so accustomed to big moves and busyness and doing these massive changes. I don't want you to think like that. I want you to trust me when I say that when you do these small changes that maybe take 10 minutes per day and then do them next day, that is the way to build momentum. That is the way to change your life, not to add overwhelm. And I also want you to pay attention that those things, because they're so small, they're easy to dismiss. Oh, it started raining on my balcony. It's easy to dismiss because it's like, oh, I'll do it again, the postponing. Well, I'll do it in the evening. It only takes 10 minutes. Then you're in the bed. Oh, I forgot. Well, I'll do it tomorrow. Be very mindful of creating a routine because that is so rewarding. I know I've been there. I've failed or haven't completed the task, but it doesn't mean that you have to wait till next Monday or the next day to start again. Start right now. So that's it. Small changes. That is the secret. And if you want help finding your one small thing, you know where to find me. The link is below. Either way, I am so happy you spent this time with me. And I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Love and light. Bye.